Afternoon, Bill. A 4-1 defeat to Long Eaton United today. I mean, I don't want to sound harsh, but is that a bit of a reality check for the players after Monday's victory?
Yeah, of course. I've just said to him in there that, I mean, the fact of the matter is, they destroyed us first half. We couldn't live with them for whatever reason. We started the game fast. The game started a blistering pace. I can't say we didn't start the game fast or start the game well, because we did start the game in that fashion, but we just couldn't live with their start. Theirs was higher than ours, and they had bright movement, pace. They turned us well, and we couldn't live with it and didn't live with it for the majority of the first half. They go 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. The first one, it's a defensive mistake, to be quite honest. Jamie doesn't need to come for that. He just stays where it is, and Sam deals with it. The second one, Corey has to be stronger in midfield and be a little bit more disciplined and not hope the ref helps him out, and that's 2-0. And at that point, all we needed to really do is go, all right, hang on, let's take a minute, take a breath. We've been sucker punched twice by our own sort of errors, and let's slow the game down a bit and take the sting out of it a little bit. We didn't. And then again, them getting in behind, we don't deal with it, and they go 3. We then, again, we were always causing problems and creating opportunities, and we did, and we got 3-1, and then you go, okay, it's a game where there's definitely more goals in it, or there are more opportunities in it. And I still felt, we had a chance of getting ourselves back into the game, but because our defensively poor we were, in terms of sort of getting our shape and regrouping, you score 3-1 in injury time of the first half, you kind of go, okay, you're in the game now. We didn't. We switched off, and we were sloppy on a throw-in, and then didn't deal with the ball in the box, and then it's 4. And then, although I thought, we could still get ourselves back into the game, it was really a task too high. In fact, credit to Long Eaton that they stuck at the task. And second half, we come out, and the game could have been 4-4, 5-4 to us. We've done everything in the second half but score. To be honest, in terms of opportunities, they've had a couple on the break, but that have not amounted to much. I don't recall sort of Jamie having to make any sort of decisions or saves. Of no little bits of pressure in there, but we've dominated their box, and we haven't scored. Loss should score. VILLS should do better on several opportunities. Where we've got a 2v1 situation in the 6-yard box, and it's just a square ball, and he taps it in. We don't. We make the wrong decisions in all of our opportunities. Same with Lawrence. He's got the opportunity to pull the trigger. He's got the opportunity to square it. We do neither. And that was it. And I think I've just said to them in there, we've had a lesson there in terms of sort of how to adapt to a team that when you start well or okay, that a team just start higher than you. Sometimes you have to just go, okay, let's take a minute and let's absorb a little bit, and then set a foundation to kick on from. We didn't do that. We didn't learn from that. And unfortunately, we go down 4-1.
Yeah, it seemed to me, obviously, that first half, 4 goals, we're going back to 3-1, thinking second half, we've got a chance here, sucker punch ourselves, make it 4-1. Do you think, that first half performance with the players thinking, we won 6-0 Monday, we can walk any team, basically?
No, I think it was a bit of a lack of football intelligence at times. Sometimes you need that. We haven't got, the one thing that, we haven't got as a squad, we haven't got that experience in terms of football experience, in terms of recognising, sometimes a team can come out and come at you, and you just have to go, as I say, you just have to sort of put the brakes on and assess, and we didn't do that. And the three of the goals, or certainly 2 of the goals, were sloppy from our point of view. And were quite easily avoidable and shouldn't have been scored. But the pressure was there, certainly. And being 2-0 down at that stage was a fair reflection of their pressure and their start to the game. But because we didn't do that, we then allowed them to go get another two because we didn't have that football intelligence on the pitch. I don't think it was anything to do with that there may be an element of complacency in there from Monday. I watched the game again and make a decision on the back of it. But certainly there wasn't that sort of defensive intelligence on the pitch to sort of deal with what was happening. And there was that lack of experience to deal with what was happening. And as I say, we just got sort of steamrolled a little bit in that first half. And then, when we steamrolled them in the first half, we just weren't clinical. It's as simple as that. As I said, we could have quite easily scored 4 goals in that second half. No one would have batted an eyelid. But we didn't, and that's it.
Yeah, we've also just come out of a patch, Gaffer, where we've played probably the top 5 teams in the division. We're now coming into a patch, and especially today's game as well, where it's going to be teams that, if you want to start looking up the table rather than down, you got to start getting results against these teams. And now, important is it that we start doing that from next week at Concert.
Yeah, I mean, yes, that you've hit the nail on the head. That's it. We can't go through the rest of the season seesawing in terms of results. We're capable of putting a running results together, but we've got to prove it. It doesn't matter saying you're capable of doing anything. If you can be capable of doing anything without doing it, it means nothing. So that's it. That's the reality of it. We're going to Saturday. We'll train fully this week. We had the give them the opportunity to recover on Thursday. We'll train fully this week, and then we'll go from there.
Yep, nice and safe journey on. See you Saturday.
Cheers.